Hi, I'm Monika's Hands, and you're watching Dog-Eared Musings, and today we're going to be talking about the role that cooking plays in the novel Butter, Honey, Pig Bread by Francesca Ekwuyasi, as you watch me make this mouth-watering chocolate and caramel drizzled cake that was baked in the first chapter of the novel. As a mother and her two daughters come together to their family home in a moment of reconnection, Honey Butter Pig Bread focuses on the themes of family, belonging, sexuality, grief, and healing. And what really stuck out to me about this book was Ekwuyasi's vivid depictions of food. The utter richness of the dishes dripped from these pages, and I knew I had to make one of these dishes from the book. For me, I thought that Ekwuyasi's use of food as well as the practice of cooking helped demonstrate the connections and disconnections between characters. For many, including myself, cooking is a love language. The act of feeding someone is intimate. You cook for those you love as a means to take care or to impress through sheer artistry or experimentation. Whether your mom is cutting up fruit for you while you study, or a friend brings you soup when you're sick, or a date makes you feel seen by making your favorite dish. Food is a symbol of survival, nourishment, and future nurturement. For the characters in this novel, food and cooking symbolize something deeper. In Butter, Honey, Pig Bread, food is a means to heal a family that is in dissonance. In the beginning of the novel, when the cake is being made, I saw it as almost an overcompensation of family members who are trying to come together but are at odds. Taye cooks as a means to fill an empty void that she feels will never be filled. The estrangement from her sister, the unspoken tragedy that befell her family, her unspoken sexuality. Taye makes these dishes to try to fill a void that will never be satiated, as an attempt to breach repair, and mainly to feel enough. For Taye, cooking is a means of taking control of the situation that she is in, after being in repetitive situations where she has no control. Food and cooking is also used as a means to seek beauty and abundance. It is a means to bring connection, especially as she lives in a different continent. Food is seen as a way to connect her back to her family and to bring joy. Mainly though, food for Taye is a representation of stability, and in cooking, Taye hopes to show to her mother as well as her sister that she is finally showing up. It is through the extension of food that Taye tries to make up for a very traumatic instance when she felt like she was not there for her family. Even though I might add that Taye was only a child when this tragedy struck, and she didn't really have any ability to have agency in that situation. It is through food, though, that Taye tries to rebuild this tenuous connection. And when she has nobody but herself, and she needs to cook food to make herself feel like home, she uses this practice also in order to gain community, as well as to support and heal her mother. In the first chapter, we see this through the arduous process of making this cake. Taye hopes through all of these meticulous steps of folding the whipped cream and not letting the caramel seize that she can prove to those around her that she can provide for those that she loves. I thought that making a chocolate caramel cake would be easy, but caramel is finicky, and I've watched so many episodes of the Great British Bake Off that I should know by now that you really shouldn't be frosting a cake with whipped cream when you don't have time to let it rest and cool. But these steps proved to be a mess. I'm ultimately going to chalk up this footage of my rustic cake to be an artistic interpretation of my reading of this book. This has been Dog-Eared Musings. I'm Monika. Happy reading and happy eating.